True crime, a tale for sight. Sorry for the traffic every time I come out to do a damn video. There's a drive-by, more drive-bys. Numbnuts here. World of YouTube. Now, if you want a bizarre case, this one's very bizarre. And, they'll show the picture of two high school sweethearts graduated together. Both got married, and I believe in this article had a kid around 1992. And these people were about a couple years older than me, I believe. But oh man, this story's insane. I'll try to put up the link. Sometimes I don't get lucky, but for everybody to read this. But I also got this off of Unsolved Mysteries. So, as the story goes, and I will, briefly encounter you with it. I mean, I don't know. If I get through it, I get through it. If not, you can read it again to make sure I said everything right. But what you're not going to get out of this story is my thoughts, theories, and ideas. Because this is a good one. And yet there was a survivor. And I think she passed the polygraph test. And there was other three, I don't know what the witnesses in another car, but they all failed. So I don't know what really happened, but of course foul play is suspected. And what happened was these two and a friend left a New Year's Eve party. And supposedly on their way, I don't know where they were going. I don't think it said where they were going, of course. They're not going to know because they they weren't alive. But what is very odd and strange is that the passenger that was with these two in the back seat, resurrects that she was with them. And of course, they wiped out obviously on black ice. I'm going to say black ice. And the car went into a ditch. And, oh yeah, I think that's what it was. It was the car that drove by, I think, that found them. Called 911. But there was two bodies that wasn't found, and that was these two. He was the driver on the left, and she, was a passenger. And what was very odd and strange of this case is that, when the paramedics got there, their friend was in the car, but not these two. And they looked all around, and they couldn't find the bodies. It was like they just had the accident. People suspected that they ran from the accident scene because they were drunk, drinking and driving. But what have became of these two? And I don't know if the three, it don't say at the end, if the three that failed the polygraph ever got caught or whatever. I don't know if they, come on. Yeah, it doesn't say nothing about them getting caught or arrested or, you bastard. Or whatever the case may be. All it says is they failed the polygraph. And, I just read the damn article. It didn't say nothing. So it's confusing because of the simple fact that when the bodies were found, and it was around the accident scene, his body and her body were found 15 feet apart. Like to say, oh, they died because, who knows, maybe they got out of the car, bumped their head, and knocked themselves out. Type deal or deal. Somebody left their bodies there, and hers was decomposed and his wasn't. So why they put, him on ice or whatever, or did what they did with his body, but hers was decomposed. Some think that these two were placed back at the crime scene. But, oh my God, it's just strange. There's bodies missing, then there's bodies there. I mean, it's the thought of, did they go back after they ran or tried to run maybe out in the woods? Gut hysteria, maybe type thing. Because there is a story where people were out in friggin', out in the cold, and they ended up, I gotta cover that story. I haven't covered it yet. But they ripped all their clothes off and ended up never being found. But her clothes were all decomposed and, stuck into the snow, but his supposedly wasn't. His skin color was good. It means the winter probably did, keep him from decomposing. I mean, there's so many thoughts and theories you could have on this case. Like, he killed his girlfriend because something was wrong, maybe, and didn't know what to do with the body, because this kid doesn't look like a cold-blooded killer. But whatever the case may be, something happened, or maybe she was talking to some guy, or, he was a ticking time bomb just waiting to explode. There's a bunch of thoughts and theories. And where he could have, just wanted to not turn himself in, kill the girl, and didn't know what to do, and just stayed out there and froze to death their own self. But why was her body decomposed and his wasn't? I mean, that's the question of this story. It is an insane story. Like I say, I don't know if it was something at the party that had happened and maybe people there beat him up or took him, or they didn't find bruises or nothing, but what would make people kill these people and then dump their bodies back off, or kidnap them and do what they do, or, it's just insane. You just gotta sit here and ramble and scratch your head every 5 seconds just to say, what? This is one of them cases that is just so bizarre. I want to make you just rub your head and smack it and sit there and think, what the hell are these people doing? I mean, it is just crazy, man, how this world works. And when you got bizarre cases like this, and that's the thing, though, here we go with lack of investigation, because nobody looked for other footprints. There's no mention of looking at footprints or extra footprints. Did they run this way or did they run that way, or they just thought they got into this accident, they were drunk, they ran, and then they, who knows, eventually came back and dropped dead at the car. So it's just one of them lousy investigations. And, for this to be held that way and put into perspective of just a drunken night and they died, it's insane. I mean, every case you get and you look at, some cases end up getting solved, or some cases just leave you scratching your effing head to say, okay, just like the Delphi murders, just like the case I covered last night with the Belgium murders, and you got people that just take advantage of other people and kill and get away with it. And as for these two, who knows what was going on in their relationship, or let alone who knows if they walked up in a party that was not meant for them. The question will always remain the mystery. What happened to him? And another thing happened was they found an extra set of keys to a car. And one car key, two house keys, but they don't say where they were from or whose vehicle it went to or the houses that it went to, or if it was just two keys to a house. Don't give you much to go on. Just the thought of, why does this kid have extra keys in his pocket? Did they belong to him? No. They leave you baffled up in the air. And this not being the first case like this. Every time I see a case, something similar where there's lousy investigation and just the friggin' head-shaking, mind-blown, right, leave you to go insane thinking about it. Friggin' whole world's made up of a friggin' whole mystery. And this is the only thing that keeps my mind sane. I want to get out there and start doing my own investigation, because I love a good mystery and I love to try and solve it. I haven't solved nothing yet, but due to the fact that I said before, and I'll say it again, that I said something in a video on a case that law enforcement never released, but I came and stumbled upon it. So, with that being said, it's just, I'm trying to get my head back together and start digging into cases. Because, yes, everybody needs to know. Everybody needs a right to know what happened. And leaving the family and friends just victimized. That, one night they just went out for a drive, smashed into a bank and into a ditch. Ended up running away, but coming back and dying at the same spot and being found later. But yet, the clothes were not ripped or, oh my God, it just, goes on and on. And you sit there and think. And I know a lot of people are losing their mind over the Delphi case. It's safe to say I can speak for everybody. Because, right, there's just nothing more to go over. But what people are doing now of bringing up, bits and pieces and, we're going to solve it this way. We're going to figure it out that way. And everything that's coming up is just something new to just keep the case going. And, and it's not going to leave anybody with any ease at all. It's just going to put more people on edge, the family members on edge, the victim of the spirits on edge. And it's just sick to say. But I like to keep stories going my own self. Not just for my needs, just for a peace of mind to everybody's needs. Because everybody needs closure. And everybody needs to keep a story going. Because like I say, these were from the 90s. And these stories are old, and hell, I watched a lot of unsolved mysteries back in the day, but I once again have forgotten about them. I, one too, have forgotten. Because that's long ago, and things happen in people's lives, and I mean, the only reason why I've been watching them is because, right, the lockdown, nothing to do, nothing on TV at night. So, hey, why not watch some free unsolved mysteries? And thank you, YouTube, for putting them up for free. So, with that being said, we're just always in a constant puzzle, leaving us there to stand there for hours to figure out what's going to become out of a case. Some will be solved. Some are just going to sit there with killers laughing. Jerks. Offs. Stupid pieces of crap. And yet we sit here and wonder, with people like this, what happened? Why? And we'll never get answers. So hopefully this story comes up to somebody somewhere down the road, and someone will have a resurrection of something back in that time, or a memory. Spark your memory. Get out there. Do the right thing. Let's start solving these cases. Is right. Let's get them done. Let's all get together and do the right thing. Put our minds together and solve something. Wouldn't that be something? Everybody come united throughout the whole world to bring cases and unsolved mysteries to justice, and see how we feel then as a united nations. But everything I think, I can't change the world. I can't get anybody, hell, I can't even get 1,000 subscribers. But I try like hell, and I try to do the best I can. And I like bringing up old, new history, mystery, whatever you got. You got something you want covered, I'll cover it. My thoughts and theories. I think these people did get into some foul play. Better yet, who knows, maybe this kid got jealous of his girl and did something, but realized what he did was wrong and wasn't a man to deal with it. And hey, you never know in these days. But until the next video, everybody be safe, take care, always beware. You don't know who's stalking, walking, or ready to attack. Till the next video, out. Shut up, Ted.